Okay, I told you I'd probably do this video. I will do it on field gear here, how to put your rucksack together. Now, I'm not talking about putting the items inside it. I'm talking about getting your rucksack ready for you to pack it to put it into operation. Now, first off here, I'm doing Alice packs, like I said I was going to. I'm showing you the medium and the large, which are the two most common ones on the market. Someone asked the question on the video of recommended items for a rucksack packing list. What's my proof that there was a small? Because they cannot find information on one ever being created. Now, before we went to the desert, we had a guy in my platoon. He needed to get issued a new rucksack because his got jacked up. So he got issued a brand new large that was still inside the wrapper, and inside the rucksack was a small handbook or manual for the Alice rucksack system, and it did show in there that a small was created. The small is about half the size of a medium, so it's like a little bit larger butt pack. It only had one or two of these external pockets on it, and that's pretty much it. It was super small. I have a feeling it was only issued really for jungle use or really light infantry like your LURPs and that stuff. You're not going to find them on the market. I never have. I have seen them in movies. The only movies I've seen them in are ones that are supposed to take place during Vietnam. You'll see them wear a rucksack frame, and then at the very bottom of it, the bottom half of it will be an extremely small rucksack, and then above that would be ammunition or radio or whatever. I believe that is a small Alice pack. Now, to tell the difference between the medium and the large is obviously the size. Now, capacity of the medium, what information I can find on it, is around 2,400 cubic inches. The large capacity is around 3,800 cubic inches, and that includes the main interior pockets and the three externals. Now, cosmetic difference between them. Obviously, one is the size. But if you're looking at it, you've never seen an Alice pack before. Both of them have three pouches along the bottom here. The ones that are on the large are larger pouches. When you look right above those on a medium, you'll usually see this webbing going across here. This is for attaching additional Alice pouches to. It also has the rings on it for the earlier system before Alice, going back to like World War II. Now, Alice is an acronym, stands for All-Purpose Lightweight Individual Carrying Equipment. On the large, you don't have that strap. You have three additional pockets, which are about the size of M16 magazines. You can put multiples in there or whatever other items you want to put in. There is also additional connector point here over the outside pockets on the back. Doesn't exist on the medium because they got the strap going all the way across. On the sides, similar setup for attaching additional pouches. The Alice does have one additional kind of slide belt type loop connector here than the medium. On the part that's closest to your back, you'll notice that on the medium down at the bottom here, you got a ring for attaching your shoulder strap to. The large does not have that because the large has to be used on a rucksack frame. Mediums, you'll see this quite a bit. They'll have a little window here that you can slip in a card with a person's name. Up at the top, on the medium, you'll have two rings for attaching your shoulder straps to. On the large, does not have it. Now the inside, both about the same. You're going to usually have a drawstring with a closing connector here, or closer, that slides in and out. Lock it into place by pushing that little wheel up towards the pack. Inside both packs you have an additional pouch here, here. This is for a man pack radio. You're supposed to put it inside that, and then the rest of your items, your personal items, inside the main part of the rucksack. Up inside the flap on both of them, there is a pocket. You put either in their mess kit if you have it. I've heard of people putting in their ponchos. I've heard of people putting in sandbags rolled up, spare socks. I've heard of light infantry putting claymores inside the large. In the pouch up here, I don't think you'd get it in through the opening on a medium. Basically, it's a catch-all. Brent 0331 does have a video on how to repair this. This is a rubberized coating on here. It's supposed to look more like this. I will put a link in the description on how he came up with for restoring this back to its waterproofness, if you want to think of it that way. Now there are different connectors down here at the bottom for the straps. Doesn't really matter. It's just the individual manufacturer. This one has buckles. This one has kind of spring-loaded jaws. That's all it is. Down at the bottom there is additional straps. They're kind of belt loop style for tying things on. And then you'll also see there are drains on the rucksack itself to let water out. Now, from what I found out, the Alice system came out around 1975 and has been improved multiple times over the years until Molly came out, which is slowly phasing it out still. Now, in order to put the large in operation, you can use this with also the medium. You need a rucksack frame. This is the style that you need. There's supposed to be an LC1 and an LC2. The differences between the two frames is basically supposed to be cosmetic. They're supposed to be the same. Essentially, I think it's kind of a rivet pattern thing. I know that my clothing record, when I was issued my gear, always said it was an LC1 rucksack frame. Doubt there's too much of a difference on them. These can be touched up with spray paint, and you usually had to. If you really want to, you can stencil your name and stuff down here. You can attach things also to the bottom of your frame at these connector points. Now, to go get the frame into use on the sack, you are going to need kidney pad, and shoulder straps. First, I'll go into on what I have on hand, what's available for shoulder straps that you could find or come across. Now, first I'll mention these. This is the older style strap. From what I found out, this is an LC1 strap. Differences that I can see right off it right away is they're a lot thinner. This is kind of almost looks like one piece here. Up here, the connector for this little buckle is a A-shaped in the webbing. There is only one quick disconnect, which is over here, and it does not have a button to cinch it up to keep it from coming apart when you're moving. LC2, these came out around 1985 from what I found out. The LC1 straps around 1975. The shoulder pads are thicker. You can see it's kind of a two-piece. At least one of these is going to have a quick disconnect. It kind of depends on when that one was bought and employed by the U.S. military. If it was later, say into the 90s, it's very common to see two quick disconnects. Buckling at the top is the same, but you see there's two different. It's only the single doubled over webbing up here holding the buckle, this buckle on, unlike the A shape on the others. Now to use the quick disconnects, I'll show that quickly. On this one, you grab a hold of the strap here, pull it, and the weight of your rucksack will pop it apart. The reason you have that is if you get ambushed, you have the pack on your back, you need to fight, you're better off dropping your rucksack than having it on your back. You're going to move quicker through the woods. You're not going to hang up on anything. So you get ambushed, pull that quick disconnect, drop that ruck on the ground, assault in, and so forth. Now, in the mid to late 90s, especially when Molly was starting to become more and more common, you started seeing these types of straps coming out. My understanding on these are Molly 1. This is the first series Molly straps that were supposed to go with the Molly rucksack. They also worked with the Alice packs. So as we started wearing out the LC1s and LC2 straps, the different duty stations would get in brand new rucksacks, and they were the Molly 2s, and they would issue them out with the rucks. We did not like these. The reason being is these straps up here that connect to the frame. These things, the webbing is not thick enough, and when it's under pressure, it would pull it apart as you're moving. So how we would fix that, as you can see here, we would use tape. Get it tight to where you needed it to be, roll it up, whatever you had to do. You then put 100-mile-an-hour tape on it, tape it up, keep it from slipping. For those of you that are not aware, 100-mile-an-hour tape is Green Army duct tape. So that's the shoulder straps. Now I'll mention on the kidney pads. This is an LC2. It is thicker padding. It is wider going across and in height. It also has kidney strap, and I will tell you, we did not use these. You could cut this off if you so choose, or we would just use this to attach the kidney pad to the frame and one additional connector point. The LC1s, from what I've seen in pictures, is only about as wide as this piece that you see here. Went to the very edges of the pack frame. So it was only that wide. There was no strap going around it. It was super thin material-wise, and it's basically that for height. Just this piece in here. They were not very comfortable, and they were replaced around 1985. Now you do need some type of strap to connect your kidney pad to the frame. There's multiple different designs for these. I got two different that I will show you and what to do if you don't have the strap to hold this on. Now we'll go through and we're going to first assemble a frame. First off, remove that strap so that you can free up these right here. You see down here on the front side of your frame, got these. You're going to be feeding these into those. Is there a top and bottom to this? Not really. So just get it started on one side, get it over, pull it through on the other side also. Like so. Now you're going to take your strap like this, because you're going to want to cinch down your buckle. You're going to run it in from one side, going through to the other. As you see on this particular one, we got two little bars. Bring that all the way through the bars. Bring your running end back over the first bar, under the second. Pull it through as tight as possible. For that, usually we pull this all the way over as far as we can. Then we go through, pull out as much slack as we can. Take your buckle here, flip it back over, lock it into place. I'll show you, I got another type here. Similar concept though. Loosen it up. Under one, over the second, under the third, up and through. Pull it all the way over. Tighten this as much as you can. Then take it, flip it back over, lock it into place. The excess you can bring back over, slip it underneath. If it'll cooperate. It's hard to do this with gloves. Slip it under like so, to just kind of tuck it in there. You can pull it tighter. And like I showed you, this is typically what we did with the kidney strap. Brought it up underneath, connected off the center bar. Now we're going to go through. I'll first show you putting the straps on the medium without a pack frame. First off, get your left and right. I didn't mention that. All rucksack straps have a left and a right. How you tell the difference? Look at the angle of the piece down here. The direction it goes as you would wear it would determine which it is. This is left, because this would go up under towards your armpit on your left side. This is right because it goes under your right. Down here at the bottom, got a loop. Just take this ring, take this loop, pull it through here, like so. Open this up, take the rest of the strap, pull it through, and then pull it down tight. Tighten it up down here. It's the same for on the other side. Now, up at the top here, obviously go to the correct ring. We're doing the right hand right now. So go through the ring. Get it to about like that. You'll adjust it where you find your best. In through the buckle here, the closest part to here. You got the 3 openings. So go through the middle. Like so. Bring it back. And then the remaining opening. Like so. And then you tighten it up as you want. The excess you take, and you put it back through the ring here, like that, just so it's up and out of the way. Now, setting this up on the rucksack frame will essentially be the same as it is on a large, and we're going to go into that next. So we lay our rucksack down, bring our frame. This goes up under here, like that. Now, down here, same on both sides. Right here, take this strap from this buckle set down here, up and through, from the inside, outside, do it again, inside, outside, like so. Bring it back through the middle opening, all the way through, and through the outside opening, like so. Tighten it up, take the excess, put it inside. It's the same on both sides. Now, to connect the straps to this is a little bit different. And unfortunately, I got to use the stupid mollies on this. Now, with attaching the mollies, pop that quick disconnect. We're going to attach the bottom first. The bottom has the same loop opening at the bottom, but it's not as large as on the LC1 or LC2 straps. That's why we got to just use this piece here. Down here, if I remember, oh no, this one goes down here. You got the big ring down here on frame, pull it from the inside out, take your strap here, back through here, like so. Like that. Now up at the top, we got our stupid little straps up here. Now, we do not have the rings on a large that we did on a medium, so that's where we go through here on the frame. You got two of these, one here, one right here. That's where your straps go. So bring this, push it through to the outside, like so. Same as on the other ones, go through to the middle of the buckle, then through the outside of the buckle, like so. I usually like having mine up higher on my shoulder. You adjust the shoulder pads where it's most comfortable for you. That's why they give you so much length on your shoulder straps, so you can adjust them. And after you get it in the position you want, with this one, take it, put this back through here. And then you're going to, it's easier to do this without gloves on. Feed it back through this little piece here, and then pull it down behind this pad. And you can go through, recommended, put some tape on right up here, hold it in place, keep it from slipping. Down here at the bottom, connect your quick disconnects. If you open it up, open up this ring facing straight out, this ring over the top, like so. Bring the two feet to the tong here, put it through, like so, and then go through, snap it back together. Now I'll mention for the outside of the rucksack, as I said before in the last video, right hand side the standard usually was 1 2-quart canteen, lower right as you're carrying it, goes on this set of straps here. Trenching tool went on this set of straps here up near the top. You also got room down here at the bottom. You could attach a second 2-quart canteen. And then if you're doing the saw drum pouch or whatnot for carrying additional food or whatever additional ammo, you got right here. You can attach that through. Doesn't matter if it's Molly or Alice, it will work. And that's all the information that I have. If you're looking for more historical info on the Alice pack, go to one of the channels that's their main focus. I'm just showing you the differences on the pieces that you need, what you need to put it together, put it into operation. Now, the issue on these, how these were issued out, because someone asked on this. The largest typically went to combat arms. So they went to infantry, they went to engineers, they went to field artillery, in particular their scouts, their FSOs, fire support teams, their fisters, the people that would be on the ground directing the artillery. I've seen some armored guys also had them, but that wasn't as common. Calf scouts and other types of scouts would also get larges. The mediums were typically issued to the rear area personnel. Now, how that worked. When you reported to a new duty station, you did your in-processing. In the Army, you went to a place called CIF, Central Issuing Facility. That is where you were issued your gear. They looked at what your MOS was, your military occupational specialty. They also looked at what unit you were being assigned to and what their standard was according to the record. Because you could have units that say, we only carry mediums. You could have a unit that says, they only carry larges. So regardless of your MOS at that point, if you're going to a unit that said, we only carry larges, you got issued to a large. You went to a support unit that says, we only carry mediums, you got a medium. Make sense? The reasoning behind that is the support personnel were in the rear, so they were closer to the supplies. They didn't need to carry as much with them. Combat arms, we can be operating forward of the lines, right on the lines, and we don't know when our resupply would be, so we had to carry more stuff with us. So that's why we got the larges. I do not know information on the Molly pack. I was never issued a Molly pack, so I don't know the standard of issue on that or how to put it together. I have heard that you can take a separate frame that was issued with the Molly pack and use an Alice pack on it, but I don't know for certain. Never tried it. I've only ever used that metal frame like you've seen me put on this large. There you go. Hopefully that helps you out for the people that are trying to put their packs together. Hopefully this helps you a little bit. I will mention there is a cargo strap that was designed for use on the Alice pack, like putting through the little connectors here like at the bottom. I have one or two of them laying around. I don't fully know how to use them. They're supposed to be used for strapping on like a sleeping bag on the bottom of your ruck or to the top of the ruck, that type of thing. I don't know a lot on it. I haven't messed with them too much. When I was issued them over the years, I just left them together, never used them because I just used 550 cord. Which brings up one final thing I was going to show you. I knew there was something. If you don't have the strap to hold on your kidney pad, you can use 550 cord. Just cut yourself a nice long length and just keep feeding back and forth multiple times through here, pulling it tight as you can, and then tying off some non-slip knots. Hold it together, and then you should melt the ends. I did not melt the ends yet on this. And that will work. It will keep the kidney pad from coming off. So that can be used as an emergency backup. Now, for all my engineer brothers and the Patriot and militia movements, always remember Essayons.